Ruger. When you hear Ruger, what do you think of? You think of the LC9s and all the new stuff they've come out with, the SR 1911, stuff like that. And everybody who knows me knows I'm a fan of the 45, especially the 1911s. But Mike brought me a Ruger P90. Now, I was familiar with the Ruger P90 DC, which is a decocker, and the Ruger P90 that he brought me is not the decocker. It does have a decocker, which also is the safety. The difference is the P90 DC, when you decock it, it automatically springs back up into the firing position. This one doesn't do that. You have to manually take the safety off. So the decocker is also the same. I was familiar with the P89s and a couple other of the 80 series, and I really didn't like them. They were sloppy, had a lot of what me and Mike are calling slide slap. You know, it's just real loose, all over the place. But he brought me this P90, and it's hot, so we're going to keep it that direction. And you know, after playing around with it, firing it, I've fired it, he's fired it, we've pretty much abused just about every gun we bring out here. I like this thing. I do, I like it. One of the things that gets me though is it's not real concealed friendly to me because it's so wide back here. But you know, it doesn't have that wide of a stature up front. So, and I got to keep my hand out from in front of the thing because I'm going to end up shooting myself if I don't. But what I do like about it is that grip. It's got a pretty good feel, and part of that's because of the whole grip that's on it. Now, on my PT 1911, I've got a set of Packmeyers on there, and those things are just real mushy in front, kind of feel hollow, but these are nice and firm, and you got a good grip with it. I like it. You can get a high enough grip on it, get that sucker right up in there. Magazine release is easy to get to. The slide release is about normal for any kind of 45 whatsoever. You know, it's unless you extend it, you know, you're going to have to turn the gun to get to it or use your left hand. But what's really surprising to me about this thing is when you're firing this weapon, it's kind of like just so smooth, kind of like a Cadillac going down a bumpy road and you can't feel the bumps. That's what this is like. I mean, you know there's recoil there. Of course, you can't help but notice that. But that thing is just so smooth when it comes back and when it picks up that round. And we'll show you how the gun operates here in a minute. I mean, it does pretty good. Now, we fired some 230 grain Winchester law enforcement rounds through it, and it did real good with those. And it takes just about any full metal jacket we put through it. So, seems to be really dependable, really reliable. So let's go to putting holes in the bucket. Ow! That hit me right in the head. Okay, the one thing I didn't mention about this, that double action, of course we're empty, that double action pull, that very first pull is 11 pounds. But now that single action pull is a 1/4 inch play, but you've got 4 pounds, which is a whole lot nicer. But that is a long, hard pull. 11 pounds, man, but it is sweet. It does operate real sweet. Let's put another one through it after we drop the magazine. See decop? Safety. You want to fire? We got to flip it back up. Daddy like. That's it. That's her. I mean, it's kind of old school a little bit, but man, that's dependable right there. That's what I like about it. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time.